Once again, Dallas, I'm very, very privileged and honored to have Minakshi Seshadri right here at the studios of FunAsiA Radio 104.9 FM. I'm Moody Akhtar. This show is produced by Vaishali Thakkar, Minakshi Seshadri.
Minakshi Seshadri Mysore is a well-known actress, dancer from India. She has been crowned Miss India in the 1981 contest in Eve's Weekly magazine. She has established herself as one of Hindi cinema's leading actresses from the 1980s and 1990s, acknowledged for several of her performances, her beauty, and her accomplished dancing. She has worked in over 80 Bollywood movies, ranging from comedy and drama to romance, and with renowned directors and co-stars. Some of her memorable and successful films have been Hero, Meri Jang, Swati, Dehliz, Dakai, Inam, 10,000, Satya Mein Jevate, Jurm, Shenshah, Ghayal, Damini, Duet, and Gatak.
Once again, Dallas, Minakshi Seshadri at the studios of FunAsiA Radio. So, a very warm welcome, good evening, Minakshi, to you, and welcome to FunAsiA Radio.
Thank you, Moody. Thank you for having me on the show.
And once again, we would start, Minakshi. A lot of folks in DFW and around the world are very excited about hearing your voice, hearing from you, and they've been missing you. So, where did you start? Where was your childhood? Where did you grow up? And tell us a little bit about your journey from your childhood.
I was born in a very small township called Sindri in Bihar, which is now called Jharkhand. It was a cosmopolitan township. There were people from all over India settled there, and my mother was involved a lot in the community, in the arts and culture. So I grew up with music, dance, drama, sports. It was fantastic. I learned to dance so young that my first stage performance was when I was 4. And at the age of 7, we were transferred to Delhi. Delhi was a big city and it scared me. I couldn't even think of crossing the roads. It was after being in a small town where everybody knew everybody. Schooling in Delhi was in a convent school. A lot of discipline, a lot of prayers. I loved it. And of course the dancing continued. I was better in dancing than in my studies.
Oh wow, I mean, I don't think it surprises any of the listeners either.
So, I entered contests, inter-school competitions, and won the best prize every year. So one year, after 3 years of winning the title, the organizers requested my school principal that please ask Shashikala, which is what my name was at that time, please ask her not to take part this year. Nobody else gets a chance.
Wow.
So I did not get conceded. I was just a little sad that I was losing this opportunity. I learned 4 dance styles, Moody. I started with Bharatanatyam because that's what my mother taught me. But I was so excited by classical dance. And India has such a rich and vast heritage. There are 8 styles of dance, 2 styles of music, and so many folk and regional variations. Wow, I wanted to learn it all, absorb it all, and become proficient in it. It was a tall order, but I got great teachers, and I learned Kuchipudi, Kathak, Odissi, and each of those styles marked a stage of development in my life.
And a lot of dedication and discipline, right? I mean, 4 dance style, and to master them, it takes a lot.
There is a lot of military discipline.
Absolutely.
Steadfast focus. Don't look anywhere but at the goal. And that's how I grew up. And so I was a little bit of a very serious, nerdy person. Didn't make many friends. Kind of the introvert. I just blossomed when I danced and when I sang. And I was kind of a very pleasant, loving, friendly person to those who I was comfortable with. And they encouraged me. They said, "You're doing dancing, why don't you try modeling?"
So from dancing to modeling. And I just want to stick to that line you just said. Dallas, listeners of FunAsiA Radio, just stick to the goal. Forget all the distraction if you want to get somewhere in life. One of the leadership lessons right here. Go, Minakshi.
Yeah, it's like the bull's eye. You want to get that central point in it every time. In Mahabharata, Dronacharya, the guru, is teaching the Pandavas and the Kauravas warfare and weaponry. One day they're learning how to shoot the bow and arrow. He asks each one of them, "There's this bird on the tree. I want you to shoot the eye of that bird." And he asks each one, "What do you see?" One person said, "Oh, I see the whole land, the trees, and all the flowers." Another person said, "Oh, I see the tree and there's a bird on it." And he asked Arjun, "What do you see?" He said, "I see the eye of the bird."
Wow.
So that's the focus you
What a
need.
brilliant example.
Mhm.
And very profound.
Modeling was fun. I did stills, I did ramp modeling. The top models of Delhi groomed me and taught me. Because classical dance on stage is one thing, modeling and fashion is a totally different world. I think that kind of prepped me for the entertainment world.
So,
Really?
so from for dancing mastery to modeling mastery, now getting ready for the entertainment world. Let's go there.
Yeah. So I finished my 12th class. High school was done. I was waiting for my exam results to come. It would take few months. What to do with my time? So I decided to do shorthand. Those days you had
Wow.
typewriters, right?
Wow.
So shorthand classes and tailoring classes. And one day we saw a flyer, my mom and I, for Eve's Weekly Women's Magazine's Miss India Beauty Contest, regional semi-final contest. So mom and I looked at each other and she said, "You want to try it?" And I was like, "Sure, why not? Let's see what happens." So I took part in the contest in Delhi, and there were 2 categories that year. There was Miss India and there was Miss Young India.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So I won the Miss Young Delhi.
Miss Young Delhi.
Mhm.
Wow.
But in the finals, which took place in Mumbai, I said, I'm not confident of getting anywhere. The Bombay girls are so sophisticated, so fantastic, so experienced. I'm just going there for the trip. My elder sister lives in Bombay. I get to meet her, spend time with her. I'm getting a round trip air free ticket. So I'm set.
Well, absolutely. Very exciting.
It was exciting, and I took it as a big joke, just to have fun.
Yeah.
And I think that attitude helped me. Sometimes you have to take life not that seriously. Prepare, get ready, but when it comes to actually doing the job, relax.
Don't worry about the final results. As long as you know your work and you just go and have fun.
So, once I was in Mumbai and we were in this big posh 5-star hotel, and I saw all the girls from different parts of India. I was like, I want to know them. What do they feel? How are they reacting to this whole situation? And they were all like, why is this girl annoying us with the conversations and stuff? And they were kind of keeping me at a distance. And the day of the performance of the actual contest, we were all supposed to do our own makeup. Yeah.
Wow. So
Yeah.
there was no makeup help.
Yeah, but there was help for hair, thankfully. And I had lovely hair, Moody.
Yes,
My
I'm sure.
hair-
I know.
My hair was straight and long till my hips. Lovely, thick hair, which I miss now. On the stage, I was just connecting with the audience. I was having fun. I was making eye contact with people. I was smiling at the judges, very confident.
Wow.
I had been on stage from the age of 4.
Absolutely.
Practice makes perfect.
Yeah.
And that was
The confidence you had.
the confidence I
And
had.
it came from the grassroots.
It came from the grassroots. Right words, Moody. And when they finally announced that I was Miss India,
Wow.
woo! I was like, have I heard this wrong? Is that really me that they're talking about? And I was like, no, I should be Miss Young India. I was Miss Young Delhi. They said, no, you are 17. You qualify for both categories, both age categories. And we feel you are the best candidate for Miss India.
Wow.
So I was like, okay.
What a moment.
Yeah, I'll take it. My sister was in the audience. She was jumping up and down, shaking her neighbors in the adjacent seats and saying, that's my sister, that's my sister. And I think that was Thursday or a Friday. Those days, Bombay Television had something called Saturday News. Usually news used to be 10 minutes, but on Saturdays it was a special edition. It would be for 20 minutes.
Okay.
And they would have special features. So they featured me,
Oh,
Miss
wow,
India,
wow.
on the show, and I had a great time. I was like this in front of a mic, and I was like snapping my fingers and laughing, and the personality really came out. I didn't realize it, but somebody who was watching it realized it, and that somebody was Manoj Kumar, the great producer, director, writer, editor, and he saw me and said, who's this girl? I'm introducing a new girl for my next film and I want her.
Wow.
How do I contact her? So they said, oh, this is the Eve's Weekly fashion show and beauty contest. So he contacted the Eve's Weekly office. They gave him my sister's number. His production manager called my sister, said, can you meet Manoj Kumar? It's about a film offer. So me and my sister are looking at each other. I just became Miss India. And this overnight changes. You know, when life takes over, you just flow with it sometimes. And I flowed with it. Went to meet Manojji in his house. Huge, beautiful bungalow he had in Juice, Lile Parle scheme in Mumbai. I was so intimidated.
One weekend, it's happening.
One weekend.
A girl from Delhi
A girl from
came
Delhi
to have fun.
doing tailoring classes. So he looked at me and he said famous words. Shashikala, I can see what the camera will see in you. I don't need to take a screen test.
Oh,
If you say yes, you are in.
what?
That's it. I said,
So all my questions are gone now. I don't have anything to ask you. But yeah, carry on.
I said, I have to ask my parents. I can't do anything without their permission, but I am interested. I always wanted to know what filmmaking was about. And to act in front of a camera and people see me on the big screen. Wow, that would be a great experience. I would at least like to do one movie. I don't think I have a future after that, but this offer is coming to me on its own. Opportunities knocking at my door and I haven't even tried to open the door on my own. Sometimes that happens, Moody. We have to recognize opportunities.
So listeners of FunAsiA Radio, we are right here talking to Minakshi Seshadri, the famous Bollywood actress who is live at the studios of FunAsiA on a leader's journey. I'm Moody Akhtar. This show is produced by Vaishali Thakkar. An amazing story. Carry on, Minakshi.
I went back to Delhi. I had to convince my parents. Now here's where choices in life for a leader become so crucial. You have to think, weigh pros and cons. There is decision making and it is a challenge. I had to convince my parents that I would not stray from any moral grounds. Oh no, girls in the movie business, oh, it's a bad scene. My father said, I don't want you to stop studying. Your education is important. I said, what if I promise I'll do college also?
Wow.
How will you do college if you're shooting? I said, I'll do a external student correspondence course. It's the same course as regular students, only I have to study on my own at home. He said, okay, but I don't want to be going anywhere alone and you're too young for that. I said, okay, mom can stay with me and we can go everywhere together.
Wow. What a
Anyway,
nice
they
option.
always pay for escorts. Okay, so I think I managed to convince my parents and I told them I have been trained my whole life to be an artist, to be an entertainer, and this opportunity will not come a second time. don't let me lose this opportunity. They said, you're very young, you're very impressionable, you're very naive. And I said, I have mom with me.
Oh.
I think I can
Wow.
tackle the world. So sometimes leaders have to have the right team, people on their side who can help them, hold their hand and take them through that journey.
Wow. What a big word it is, right? I mean, team, mom and you made 1 + 1 = 11. It's a whole team doing it together. Carry on.
So there I was, shooting for a movie called Painter Babu in the cold of Simla, wearing a knotted choli and short red hot pants.
Wow.
Yeah, that's what you wear in the snow, of course.
In Bollywood.
So I learned some lessons very quickly. In the movie business, glamour works, entertainment works, especially for a heroine. You have to look beautiful, dazzling, and win the hearts of the audience, especially all the guys.
Yes, you're absolutely right about that as well.
Yeah. As a newcomer, nobody's expecting you to do very serious roles, histrionics, drama. They want you to do light, romantic, glamorous roles, and that's what I did too. One movie was not completely finished that I got an offer for the second. My parents told me, you said only one movie. I said, this offer is coming from Subhash Ghai. He's made great movies. He's just made Vidhata with Dilip Kumar, Shammi Kapoor.
I love Vidhata.
Yeah. So I said, he's made movies like Cars, which I love. Please, let me try this. And it's the role of a dancer.
What else can
What
you
else
ask for?
can you ask for? So, my parents said, do you know what this could lead to? You're taking this step forward. Are you sure this could become a career?
It's already a career.
Are you ready for it? Are you going to meet people more than half the way and not backtrack? कि मतलब छलांग मार लिया तो मार दिया.
Yeah.
So I said, I don't know, but I want to do this.
Yeah.
I was young, I didn't know all these.
You were young, but you were a leader from 17. The things you have, the decisions you made, the choices you had, the negotiation you had with your parents and the directors. You were a leader, right, at that point as well.
Well, so one thing led to another. Several movies, several hit movies, several flop movies too. And that's another thing you learn. A leader may not always succeed, may not always have things his or her way. But you learn, you grow, and you try not to repeat the mistakes. And that's what I did. So there were ups, there were downs, but I had the fortune of working with top producers, directors, actors, music directors, you name it, I worked with them. And I think a lot of it was because of who I am as a person. I'm saying it myself, it shouldn't look like I'm just complimenting myself,
Not at all.
but I'm very genuine, I'm very honest, I'm very hardworking, and I'm talented.
And hearing that, I can vouch for it right here, talking to you, whatever you're saying coming from your heart. And there's a story behind it, what you're saying. So you mentioned actresses, so many talented stars. Anybody stood out while doing a movie? Anybody you preferred more than the other, or any favorite actor, any favorite hero?
Well, my first major success was the movie Hero, and working with Jackie was an absolute pleasure. During the Muhurat of the movie, people said, Jackie looks so modern and Western and so,
Bindas.
Bindas, and he looks like a model too. And this girl looks like this Indian, Desi, traditional thing. What is Subhash Ghai doing? But it worked. The chemistry worked. Opposites sometimes work together very well. So I would say Jackie's a favorite. I did maximum number of films with Anil Kapoor, and he is a fantastic actor. Of course, he preferred his pairing with Madhuri Dixit. So sometimes you have to learn to let go. I would have liked to have done more movies with him, but he preferred somebody else. Happens. A leader just moves on and says, okay, who else can I work with and who I enjoy working with and who excites me as an artist? And here I have to mention 3 actors. And this is a very favorite thing of mine, which I say, they are the 3 Chis. C-H-I-S. Chi for Chintu, Rishi Kapoor. Chi for Chichi, Govinda. And Chi for Chiranjeevi from the Telugu movie industry. These 3 are my absolute favorites.
Wow.
Wonderful people, very talented, very genuine, and very encouraging to me as an artist. And they brought out the best in me. With Rishi Kapoor and Damini's shooting, I just became another person because he was so strong as a co-artist. With Govinda, I have done a couple of drama films, and he would always tell me, Minakshi, you should be more glamorous. You're becoming very traditional. Ghar ghar ki kahani kind of movies. You should open your arms to different opportunities. So I learned something from him, that people don't want to see you in just one shade. You have to surprise people with your versatility. And that's when I started trying different films. I would have loved to have done a movie as a vamp.
Yeah.
But that did not happen.
So before we have 4 minutes left. One is, how did it feel to be at the peak in Bollywood?
I never felt I was at the peak. I always felt I had to go higher. I always felt there were other people as good as me or higher. And then I figured out sooner or later that it is not what level you're at, but it is what you become within yourself.
Another leadership lesson.
Mm-hmm.
It's what you become.
Mm-hmm.
So one tough question. Why sudden stop from Bollywood?
I finished Damini and Ghatak and I felt the need for somebody in my life. Apart from work, I had not done much others. I did not socialize or have friends or party. I said, Mom, Dad, I think I want to get married. I want to find that one special person with whom I want to spend the rest of my life. We started looking. There were arranged matches looked at.
Wow.
There were people
Minakshi
who...
Seshadri was looking.
Looking.
After all this fame and name in Bollywood. Amazing. Okay, carry
Yeah,
on.
because I didn't fall in love with any of my colleagues. So I wanted somebody from a similar family background, middle class, educated, hardworking, good-hearted. I found that person in America, in New York, and it was hard to live in India and have a marriage in USA. So I quit.
Wow, I quit. It's a big word.
For a few years, 25 years. I plan to
25 years.
change that pretty soon.
So is that an announcement to the audience? Look me up. I may be in Bollywood.
Guys, keep your eyes peeled because the Ice Maiden is coming back.
All right. Yes, this is an amazing. What a beautiful story. What a great news. So Minakshi, really, let's quickly touch a little bit on Dallas. A lot of our young talents, kids, they would like to go to Bollywood and do something, right? Everybody does not want to be an IT professional. So any suggestions for them?
Yeah, I was talking to friends just before we started our
Vikas and
interview.
Anu?
Yes, and there were 2-3 good points which were raised. Firstly, how do talented people here find a platform to get trained, to get the smarts? And we don't have acting schools here, we don't have acting boot camps, we don't have workshops. We have a need and a possibility of
Opportunity, big opportunity.
to do something like that. We have something opportunity for music, singing, dancing, but not for acting. If there are talented people, 2 things that can happen. They can try to go to India and try their luck. It'll be hard.
Very hard.
Or somebody from India could come here scouting for talent. I remember an actress called
We have about 30 seconds.
Lisa Ray from Canada made it in India. I feel Dallas has a lot of talent. So maybe FunAsiA should do something about this.
Very, very good ending. So Minakshi, before I say goodbye to you, I had an amazing time this evening talking to you, amazing leadership stories, and thank you so much for taking the time and coming out this evening with Kasan Annu. Thank you for bringing her, and on behalf of Vaishali Thakkar and me, thank you on the entire FunAsiA team.
Thank you, Moody.
Have a great day.
Here's to leadership.